Welcome to Final Moments, where we take a moment to honor the lives and legacies of those we've lost. Today, we remember a legendary food critic, an animation pioneer, a beloved content creator, a British acting icon, a visionary in fashion, and an unforgettable voice from the world of theater. Each of them made a lasting impact in their own way, inspiring communities and leaving behind memories that will never fade. If their work touched your life, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's celebrate their contributions together, and if you'd like to see more tributes just like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1. Tom Fitzmorris. New Orleans has lost one of its greatest voices in food. Tom Fitzmorris, the legendary food critic, author, and radio personality, has passed away at the age of 74. Tom was a man whose name became synonymous with New Orleans cuisine. Born on Mardi Gras Day, February 6, 1951, and delivered by jazz musician and obstetrician Edmond Doc Souchon, Tom's life was deeply intertwined with the rich culture of New Orleans. Tom's life was as rich and flavorful as the city he cherished. Fitzmorris was a lifelong New Orleanian whose passion for food shaped the city's culinary conversation for over 5 decades. After attending Jesuit and Rummel high schools, Tom pursued his studies at the University of New Orleans. His culinary journey began at the university, where he penned his first restaurant review for the student paper The Driftwood. This passion led him to New Orleans Magazine in 1974, where he quickly rose to editor-in-chief. In 1977, he launched the New Orleans Menu, a newsletter that transitioned online in 1996, becoming a trusted resource for food lovers. His column ran continuously from 1974 to 2020, making it the longest-running weekly restaurant review column by a single author in America. Tom was also a beloved presence on New Orleans radio. He began broadcasting restaurant reviews and recipes on WGSO 1280 AM in 1975, which later evolved into his 3-hour daily talk show, The Food Show with Tom Fitzmorris. Airing on WSMB and later WWL, his show was a mix of food critiques, lively banter, and engaging segments that endeared him to listeners. Tom was also a prolific author, publishing works such as Tom Fitzmorris's New Orleans Food in 2006, a collection of 250 Creole and Cajun recipes, and Hungry Town, a culinary history of New Orleans, chronicling the city's post-Katrina culinary resurgence. On Instagram, under @the New Orleans Menu, Tom connected with over 5,200 followers, sharing delectable dishes and restaurant highlights, bringing the essence of New Orleans dining to a broader audience. On February 12, 2025, Tom passed away after a courageous battle with Alzheimer's. In true Tom fashion, his last dine-out meal was brunch at Restaurant August, a testament to his enduring love for the city's culinary delights. Number 2. Jerry Eisenberg. Today, we remember Jerry Eisenberg, a legendary animator, producer, and character designer whose work shaped the childhoods of millions. He passed away on February 12, 2025, at the age of 87. His impact on animation, from Hanna-Barbera to Ruby Spears and beyond, will never be forgotten. Born on December 14, 1937, Jerry was the son of Harvey Eisenberg, an animator known for his work on Tom and Jerry and other MGM classics. Animation ran deep in his blood. Jerry left art school in 1956 to work as an in-betweener at MGM, but the studio closed just months after his arrival. He quickly found his way to Warner Brothers, assisting legendary animator Ken Harris. In 1961, Jerry joined Hanna-Barbera, where he played a major role in designing some of their most iconic shows. He co-created the Peter Potamus Show, designed the racers on Wacky Races, and worked on the Jetsons, the Huckleberry Hound Show, and Super Friends. When Joe Ruby and Ken Spears left Hanna-Barbera to start their own studio, they brought Jerry with them. At Ruby Spears, he helped create Fang Face, the Plastic Man comedy adventure show, and the cult favorite Thundar the Barbarian. Jerry continued working in animation for decades. He contributed to Muppet Babies, House of Mouse, and Dilbert, and even returned to Warner Brothers Animation for Johnny Bravo and Scooby-Doo movies. He was one of the most talented artists in the business, and his work touched nearly every major studio in Hollywood. Jerry Eisenberg wasn't just a brilliant artist, he was a beloved figure in the animation community. He was known for his kindness, humor, and generosity. His wife, Raymond, cared for him in his later years, and he remained a cherished friend to many in the industry. Number 3. Bailey Hutchins. Bailey Hutchins was a light in the lives of so many. A beloved TikTok creator, a devoted wife, and an inspiration to thousands. She bravely shared her battle with stage 4 colon cancer, offering hope and awareness to thousands. At just 26 years old, Bailey's journey was tragically cut short, but her impact will live on. In 2023, at the age of 24, Bailey was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer with peritoneal metastasis. Despite the devastating news, she chose to turn her pain into purpose, documenting her fight on TikTok under the handle @HealingWithBailey. Her honesty, strength, and unwavering faith resonated with over 170,000 followers. Through her videos, Bailey encouraged others to listen to their bodies, seek early diagnosis, and never lose hope. Her journey wasn't just about cancer, it was about resilience, love, and living life fully despite the odds. Bailey's husband, Caden, was by her side every step of the way. In an emotional post, he shared his heartbreak, saying, "I'm devastated to say that my beloved Bailey B has passed away. She fought such a tough, incredible fight these past 2 years, and she's no longer suffering." Bailey's strength, positivity, and faith were evident even in her final days. A recent tribute video on her TikTok page, set to the song "See You Again," captured moments from her wedding, reminding us all of the love and joy she brought into the world. Her passing has left a void, but her message remains. Cherish every moment, hold your loved ones close, and never stop fighting for what matters. The TikTok community and beyond have flooded social media with messages of love, gratitude, and condolences for Bailey and her family. If you or a loved one are facing a similar journey, know that you are not alone. If you'd like to honor Bailey's legacy, consider donating to cancer research and supporting those in need. And as always, don't forget to check in on your health. Number 4. P.H. Moriarty. P.H. Moriarty was a force of nature on screen. With his intense presence and commanding voice, he brought some of British cinema's most unforgettable tough guys to life. Whether he was the cold and calculating razors in The Long Good Friday, or as the ruthless Hatchet Harry in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Moriarty had a way of making every scene his own. Born Paul Hugh Moriarty in Deptford, London on September 23, 1938, he never planned on becoming an actor. His early years were spent boxing and working as a docker at the Surrey commercial docks, but fate had other plans. One day, while working on the docks, he caught the attention of a film crew. That moment changed his life forever. He took the stage name P.H. Moriarty to avoid confusion with another actor, Paul Moriarty, and before long, he was making waves in the industry. His breakout role in The Long Good Friday 1980 established him as a master of menace. Playing Bob Hoskins' right man, Moriarty didn't need many words. His presence alone was enough to intimidate. Then came Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels in 1998. As Hatchet Harry Lonsdale, Moriarty once again delivered a performance full of controlled menace and raw intensity. He wasn't just playing villains, he was the villain. But there was more to P.H. Moriarty than just his tough guy roles. He was also a talented voice actor, a dedicated family man, and a passionate supporter of the Orchid Cancer Charity. Moriarty's talent extended beyond the crime genre. He took on roles in Jaws 3D, Patriot Games, and even the Sci-Fi Channel's Dune miniseries, where he played the warrior Gurney Halleck. Over the years, he earned a reputation for being a fierce performer on screen, but a kind and generous soul in real life. His agent once said, "The actor in him could make you fear for your life, but if you knew him, the scowl quickly changed to a wry smile." P.H. Moriarty passed away peacefully on February 2nd, 2025, with his beloved wife by his side. Though he's gone, his legacy will never fade away. He gave us unforgettable performances, and for that, we thank him. Number 5. Laleska Alexandre. We remember Laleska Alexandre, a radiant soul, a visionary in fashion, and a woman whose light touched so many lives. Her sudden passing at just the age of 28 has left a void in the hearts of her loved ones and her thousands of followers. Laleska wasn't just an influencer. She was an artist, an entrepreneur, and a dreamer. She built a career on style, elegance, and empowerment. Through her brands, Le Vestiaire and Le Brand Brazil, she encouraged others to express themselves with confidence. Her life was a testament to resilience. Friends and fans alike described her as determined, hardworking, and kind, a woman who never gave up, no matter the challenges she faced. Her passing is a heartbreaking reminder of how fragile life is. Laleska developed an ovarian infection, which led to a tubo-ovarian abscess, an advanced complication that resulted in septic shock. Despite medical efforts, she was taken from us far too soon. Her words inspired so many. Invest in yourself. This will definitely be your best investment. We often take our health for granted, but conditions like this can progress quickly. If you ever feel persistent pain or unusual symptoms, please seek medical attention early. Laleska's story reminds us to listen to our bodies and cherish every moment. Her friends and fans have left heartfelt messages on her social media account. "I will always love you, my friend. You were an inspiration. So beautiful, striving for her goals. You will never be forgotten. I'm in shock. Such a bright soul gone too soon." If you'd like to honor Laleska's memory, share a word for her in the comments below. Let's celebrate her life, her passion, and the joy she brought to so many. Rest in peace, Laleska. Number 6. Bob Bingham. Some voices are so powerful, they leave an imprint on history, and Bob Bingham was one of them. With his deep, commanding bass, he brought Caiaphas to life in Jesus Christ Superstar, a performance that remains unforgettable. But beyond the stage and screen, Bob was so much more. A devoted family man, a spiritual leader, and a person who lived his life with purpose. Born Robert Franklin Bingham on October 29, 1946 in Seattle, Washington, Bob's journey to stardom began with a passion for music and theater. He studied at the University of Washington before stepping onto the professional stage with the musical Hair. But it was in 1970 that his life would change forever when he took on the role of Caiaphas in Jesus Christ Superstar, the first in the U.S. concert tour, then on Broadway, and later in the 1973 film that would cement his legacy. With his deep, resonant voice and commanding stage presence, Bob Bingham made Caiaphas an unforgettable figure. His performance was intense, powerful, and chilling in the best way. Even decades later, his portrayal is celebrated by fans around the world. But Bob's life wasn't just about the spotlight. After his time in theater, he chose a quieter path, stepping away from showbiz in the late 1970s. He took on a leadership role at the Talent Zipper Factory, proving that his talents extended beyond the stage. And in the 1970s, he led a Buddhist group dedicated to world peace, showing his deep commitment to spirituality and kindness. In 2015, fans got to see Bob return to the stage, not to perform, but to share memories. Alongside his co-stars, he took part in a special Q&A tour reminiscing about Jesus Christ Superstar and its impact. His warmth, humor, and humility were on full display. Bob spent his later years in Brewster, New York, with his loving wife Edelicia Aracena and their 2 children Franklin and Yasemin. He was a devoted husband, father, and friend. Sadly, on February 8, 2025, Bob passed away at the age of 78 due to complications from COVID-19. His loss is deeply felt, but his legacy, his voice, his spirit, and his kindness lives on.